Welcome to this morning's devotions. We are starting in Isaiah 18, and it feels odd to do a devotion on such great pieces of poetry and prose, the art behind the words that Isaiah is saying and is told to say. And so in each of these little devotions, I will be reading portions of Isaiah, that we would listen to the words and the imagery, the metaphor, simile, and use of words to form a scene in our minds. It is in these things that God is using to allow those he is speaking to get beyond a mental understanding and into a deep state of knowing and feeling what God is truly saying in these passages. And through Isaiah 18 through 22, we see line after line of God's humbling peoples and nations, establishing his dominance, establishing their need, mocking their pride. God's judgment, control, and will, how he messes with Egypt, yet still places himself at their core. In 20, we see Isaiah made to go stripped and barefoot, and that would be also a metaphor for what Egypt will soon be. Look at what happens when you rely on worldly powers. It ends in 22 with trampling and disarming of great powers, as though they are nothing. In verse 21:8, and the lookout shouted, "Day after day, my Lord, I stand on the watchtower. Every night I stay at my post. Look, here comes a man in a chariot with a team of horses." And he gives back the answer. Babylon is fallen. It is fallen. All the images of its gods lie shattered on the ground. My people who are crushed on the threshing floor, I tell you that I have heard from the Lord Almighty, from the God of Israel. That one day we will see those powerful who are abusing, those people who we are scared of. That one day we will receive an answer that our Babylon has fallen, that all that they held up against us shattered on the ground. His people who are crushed on the threshing floor. This is what God says. Lord, I pray that we would hear your voice in these lines. Lord, that we would see your heart and your future. That we would see and feel the disgust in the pride, in the arrogance, in the abuse, in the going it our own way, in the choosing other powers, into the feeling strong in ourselves. Lord, that we would choose to be the vulnerable and the trampled in this world, as we patiently wait for your victory and not ours. Lord, would you teach us how to be comfortable in suffering for you, in not taking our own? And would you challenge us individually and as families and as a church to not pressure each other into some level of self-sufficiency and honor or power, but that we would praise you in each other and ourselves when we are weak and in need, when we've given all we can. For yours to be the glory. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you. May the Lord be gracious to you. And today would you know his peace.